I'm going to try and show how you can attach your knife to a backpack with utilizing the molle systems on the side or on the front. But there's a couple of things we have to discuss before we do that. Basically, you have knives that comes in all types of forms and shapes, different types of sheets. Generally, when you want to attach it to a molle system, the ideal thing is using a Kydex sheet like this, which has holes in it. You can attach something like this, which is a nylon sheet. It doesn't work as well, but you can do it. Now this knife, this is a leather sheet with no holes. I wouldn't recommend fixing this with paracord to your molle system, because what the paracord will do, it will tighten and tighten and tighten, and it can make the knife and the sheet start sawing on each other, so you'll ruin the sheet. And if you have an expensive knife, that's not good. So I'm not going to do this. I can do it with this, either using these straps on the back, or I can weave through. This sheet opens like this, so I can actually weave this thing with paracord, just the back side. It isn't the best option, but you know, what I'm actually going to do is using the Kydex, because it is way easier, and this is kind of the knife and sheet that most people will have and want to fix to their backpacks. So I'm gonna weave it with paracord. Some people think that weaving stuff like this to a molle is some kind of mythical thing that no one is capable of doing, but it's like everything, it is extremely easy to do. So for the sake of it, I'm gonna attach it. I already have a setup here. I have a Leatherman and I have a medical shear just for quick access, so I want to attach this knife in between. And there are a lot of people that think this is so difficult, but you need to think about it a bit, because this sheet is perfect because it has, these holes are drilled so evenly, and so there are so many of them, so I don't really have to think about where I'm gonna anchor it or where I'm gonna use the paracord. On some knives there are holes drilled, or the sheets, not the knives. The holes are drilled uneven, so you have to think a bit when you attach it, because you have to try and line them up with your molle straps. But it's really simple to do. The first thing you want to do is get a string or paracord. On this knife, this is a bit hard using the GoPro to do that, but okay. On this knife, I'm going to use the two. I want to line up the two bottom holes with the bottom molle attachment. And what I'm going to do is take the two ends from the front. I'm going to pull them through like this, and I'm going to line it up here, so I can now see that it flushes with the molle attachment. And this is really easy, because if you have ever laced a boot, changed the shoelaces of your shoe, you basically know how to do this. So this is to create an anchor point. So I'm going to take this one of the strings, and I'm going to take it through the molle system, and I like to cross them. If I can get it through here. There. Now, so they are now crossed in the back. And I'll take this and I'll anchor it in the first hole on the knife, like this. And I'll take this and go through this hole. And now I'm going to just tighten it. Now I'm going to go and cross them here onto the next hole on both sides. And I'm going to cross them on the back through the next. I can just do it like this. And I'm going to come up another hole. Same thing with this. I'm going to cross it on top. Just make sure you're tightening it so it stays tight. There, and now I can just tie a simple knot in this, and there we go. Knife sits perfectly, draw straight out.